I think a lot of people are just baffled how you look at the amount of money that is being invested, federal dollars coming through HUD. You look at the resources that are available, for a major city like this. I mean, obviously there were missteps in communication of what resources were available on that particular night. I don't want to get into backseat
Yeah,
quarterbacking, who
yeah.
should have called who on one night because the situation is, they were in that situation for a long time. These kids were going to school every day, from the backseat of a car into the school. So I guess what I'm asking you is, this is bigger than just they should have picked up the phone and called
Yes,
on this particular night.
yes.
The mayor has outlined a 7-point plan.
Mhm,
A lot of it calls for more investment in
mhm.
transitional housing and shelters. What do you think about that plan? What would you maybe do differently? How do you add on that if you were to be elected?
Well, we all know, and I'm glad that everyone is confessing and being honest that we have an issue with affordability and housing in this city. And there has to be not just an intentional plan, but we have to be intense about it. Dr. King often talked about the fierce urgency of right now. And this is one of those moments where we cannot expect anybody to wait any longer. We have a tremendous foundation in this city. We're in a place stronger than we've been in a long time, but we cannot bury our heads in the proverbial sand of downtown success until we see that success rippling throughout every sect and section of this community. Until it includes all, we have not done enough. And one of the things that we have to do is make sure that we become even more aggressive. There have been some great things uh, that have happened, and there's some great things that are still happening, but we still have to be more aggressive. And so that's why one of my plans in the Kinloch administration is a commitment to build 10,000 affordable units. We have 60,000 parcels of property that are in the land bank. We have people who are in homes in communities like this that need some assistance because the homes many times are in deplorable conditions. They need help to renovate those homes. We need to put our people on a path to generational wealth, not to just survive, but to thrive. In order to do that, we need to continue the down payment assistance program. And one of the things I think is important is definitely we want to look out for the people who stuck and stayed in the city of Detroit, but also we want to open up opportunities to ensure that we're opening the door for continued growth and people who want to be a part of this. And so I'm excited to hear about the opportunity. But moving forward, I think we got to be even more motivated to provide housing, not just for people who are without home, but for people who are renting
Mhm.
and put them on a path to owning and to increase the population of those that want to come and be a part of the city of Detroit's comeback.
Do you have a sense of how much it would cost to build 10,000 units? And what do you think is the time scale of that? Are we talking over the course of a 4-year term? Are we talking about a longer track to get there? What does that look like?
One of the things that we look at is the fact that we're going around communities in the next week or so, as we have been doing, just have listening sessions, listening to the needs of the community. Every community doesn't have the same need. I saw someone say, well, we're going to make sure it's equally distributed, where every community is not in the same condition. We need to assess and address the needs of the community and figure out one of the things that we got to do a better job at is not coming in on our horses or piety and believing that we got the right to wield and lord over people, our agenda. But we need to start talking to the people in the community to make sure that they are part of the conversation. Just imagine if we had people at the table who lived in the community, corporate partners, union leaders, teachers, activists, and advocates, and nonprofit leaders coming to the table in collaboration, partnering with people. People live in the neighborhood. They know what they need. They know the disparities and the inequities. They need to be a part, and Kinloch administration will ensure that they are part of those conversations, not after the fact, but they're the first thought.
Mhm. I asked because the mayor, Mayor Duggan, has talked a
Mhm,
lot about this. I think $1 billion affordable housing
mhm,
investment over the last
mhm,
5 years or so.
mhm,
It's created about 5,000 units, a little bit shy of 5,000.
mhm,
So, I mean, realistically, it's going to take a lot of money, and even the amount of money that's been invested has not reached that
mhm,
10,000 number. So, I hear
mhm,
you're saying, let's get more aggressive. Let's
mhm.
get the community involved. But how realistic is that, and what is really the timeline for building
That's a
10,000 units?
realistic timeline. I believe that when you look at the houses that you already have and you look at the opportunity to explore new technology and the new ways of construction, and when you're building in mass, I believe through collaboration that it's not, although it's a Herculean task, I don't believe that there's a hurdle that we cannot overcome in order to achieve that. One of the things that I think we have to consider is that uh, it's already been done. When you sit down and ask uh, foundations right now, just in the metropolitan area, they're distributing hundreds of millions of dollars. Just imagine if we had a holistic vision, a comprehensive vision that people can see and not just do it. And there's a lot of good work going on, but not just do it to feel good about it, but to do it knowing that every dollar is designed to drive us to a particular destiny, to a particular vision. I think we can harness those partnership and those resources and not leave all of those resources on the table and get to the end of the year and say, what happened? But I think we can use those resources in a way in partnership to accomplish Herculean things like affordable housing.